Good morning. This is Nickelbat, and sorry for the tilt. I'm doing this in the mirror. I wanted to show you my second DIY of the new year. What I did was I took Jack Skellington one-piece pajamas that I had. Yesterday was kind of a off day. I wasn't intending on staying home, but I'm down to a quarter tank of gas in the car, and when the weather was warmer, there was actually several days, close to a week, where I was able to coast into town from Tramway down with just that little bit of gas. However, with the weather being the way it is and being cold, you need to start the car and warm it up just to uh, melt the ice and the frost and the snow enough to where you can sweep it, scrape it, whatever. So I decided to err on the side of caution and not go into work. Originally, what I did was when the starter was having problems was I did a call out, called roadside assistance, and told them I needed gas, and asked them to come to my apartment. And the operator said, "We don't go to apartments for putting gas in the car. We only do it if you're stuck on the side of the road." I said, "Well, I could try to drive to work and get stranded and freeze to death. It's 14 degrees out there." That wasn't exactly the way I worded it, but that's essentially what I said, and hung up. Yeah, this is supposed to be a roadside assistance for retired people or people of retirement age. So even then, they're going to let you get stranded on the side of the road with no gas in 14-degree weather. No, thank you. So I stayed home. And this is one of the things I did because I was bored. Originally meant to cut it on a straight line, but did a nice asymmetrical point. And well, that's the style again, so we'll just leave it. So that's I said second DIY. I'll show you the first one. Hang on. This is my first one. Yes, it looks, on all appearances, it looks like I have my bed back. Yes and no. I took that monstrous full-size airbed that I was sleeping on, deflated it, covered it with essentially 7 blankets, one of which was that red comforter that I liked, but somebody had one, and a YouTuber had one, and kind of did say it looked kind of like an angry teenager was sleeping in the room, so they switched bedspreads to something else. And I liked it, and I'd gotten compliments when I had it in my room at my mobile home when I took pictures and posted it to Hout Gothique. But after hearing somebody say that, I'm like, they're actually right. So anyway, I pretty much just kept it, would flip it around and use it with just the red side up. Well, that's essentially what I did. I put it red side up over the blankets, wrapped it around the deflated airbed, put a full-size fitted sheet on top, and then put 3 of my Halloween throws on top. My sugar skulls that I got, I think this is the one I said I got at Steinmart. And then I've got my shiny black on black skulls and crossbones underneath, and the spider webs for the 3 blankets. And that's what I did. It looks pretty good. It's actually fairly comfortable, and underneath all that, because it was sagging in the middle because of the motor on that end for inflating it. Of course, I'm not deconstructing the air mattress because I will possibly, if one or both of my sons decides to change their mind and come visit, I will need that as a working airbed. Not to mention I'll need all those blankets if I have even one more visitor. So it's just a temporary fix for now. And let's see, what else do we have? Oh yeah, there's that bookshelf I found out again on the side of the road. It's only got the 1 coat of matte spray paint on it, which is left over from when I did the lantern I made it into a tea light lantern. It's supposed to be a pillar candle, most likely, I would imagine an electric one, battery powered basically, because I tried putting regular candles in it and you could smell the paint and the heat. And I'm pretty sure with the metal it would have gotten hot. So I used what was left of that paint, hoping to just paint the whole thing with that. However, it's just got a nice prime coat on it. So we need to get some paint to finish that. So that was the last DIY, I believe, of 2018. And I showed you the first two DIYs of 2018. Let's out of the bedroom and see what else we can get into. Another project I've almost got finished from last year is the squares for the expansion strip on my quilt that I made a long time ago, because like I said, now that I've got a full-size frame, I need it wider. So I've got 11 there, I need one more. And I'm using up some of the older yarn that I had, and then that yarn that I got from my mom. Yeah, and let's see if I can open the door and show you the reason why it was so cold I had to stay home yesterday. Yeah, some more snow. I don't think it's quite as much as we had last week. And as you can see, I shoveled a bit. And it's really cold out there. Close up before we let the heat out. So yes, I guess it was like 14 degrees in the morning, and I did not want to be out there tempting fate and trying to see if I could start to get this swept. Yes, I got it all swept off this time. There's a bit of snow down there. And from what I've been seeing, let's pause for a second. And we might go sideways. Well, I should have gone sideways, but I didn't because I wanted to show you in my mirror. So we're just going to flip this around and see if we can make some breakfast. I don't know if you can see me. Okay, let's see what we've got. I think we've got enough oatmeal. Should be. Cup and a half. Yeah. Let's see if we've got a nice pot cleaned out. Oh. The pot that I wanted has rice in it. Okay then. So we'll have to clean out a different one. One a little bit smaller. Yes, once again I'm in stretching food mode too, because every once in a while it happens. Those weeks where you overextend a bit or, well, splurge and end up having not quite as much money as you wanted. Okay, so I'm not going to be able to do the 3 servings. I think I can do, we'll do the 1 3/4 cups. I think we can fit that in this. Because some people go with a 1 serving and have other things, but I'm not one to eat bacon and eggs and stuff anymore. Eggs periodically, but not like I used to. Okay, so basically, I'll eat just the one thing, like just oatmeal, or sometimes just mashed potatoes, or just mac and cheese. No veggies, no sides, just basically have just the main course or just the side as the whole meal. I don't have any honey, I don't have any jelly left. I used all that up, pretty much. So the oatmeals could just be plain. Alright. Oh, yes, there's another thing I can show you. That thing's bright. Flip you around. And that is something I didn't do when I first moved in, and which is make a weather break, essentially. I had a heavy duty, and it's got lint on it, twin size sheet, which I can't use right now because I am using a twin over full bunk as my full size bed. And we got more of those lovely T-shaped pins up there. I took my overgrown man-size, bath towel. I call it a man-size bath towel because it's as long as me, and put it first, partway, as you can see right there, so that it covers where the cold air was coming in, because there was snow blowing in. So, I don't think it was yesterday. It's either yesterday or the day before. One of those two. Yeah, it was the day before. And I decided to remedy that by covering that for the winter. And I want to do something similar in the bedroom if I get stuck in this apartment and for another winter. Only larger, and hang it behind the blinds. Yeah. I still like this. This was last year's calendar, but I like the picture, so I'm leaving it up. I mean, what's not to love about? Those are the goldfish or koi fish, but it's just pretty. And the last time I tried to cut one of those, it came apart. So I've got to figure out a way to maybe fix that. Okay. Pause. And for something a little different, I put green tea in my oatmeal. It's not going to make it any sweeter, but at least give it at least a little bit of a flavor. At least. Oh yeah, gotta love the brain fog. Oh yeah, it was a lovely night last night. I went to bed around 6. And I didn't get up and stay up till 8 o'clock around just now, which is about 8 o'clock this morning. I did wake up a few times. Several trips to the bathroom. You know how it is when you're almost 60. Which reminds me, yes, in a few weeks, I'm going to be 57. Can you believe that, guys? 57. Wow. If I have money, I'm going to take my sister's advice and go to dinner. I'm thinking Red Velvet Underground. They do have a vegetarian menu. They asked me on Messenger what I would like, and I honestly told them I really don't know, because I've never been to their restaurant and I don't know what's on their menu, and I have a couple weeks to think about it. She said, fair enough. Well, again, not her exact words, but so I'll just figure it out when I get there, if I have the money. Yeah, I might have to, I don't know if I'm even going to keep this video. I'm spinning you guys around all over the place. And you can see my dirty dishes again. I did dishes yesterday, I really did. Actually, I stand corrected. I am not out of jelly. I have some left. Okay, the oatmeal's done. Now for a bowl. I like this one. Like I said, I don't pretend to be now, nor was I ever a witch. But I've always liked witchy things. It was popular back in when I was growing up. I watched the original Sabrina the Teenage Witch, the animated one. As it was drawn, as it was based off the Archie's comics. And it had Wolfman and the Mummy, I believe. And I think there was a skeleton too, I'm not sure, I don't remember now. And probably a Frankenstein. Again, like I said, it's been quite a while. Like, I was in elementary school, so I'd say about 50 years ago. So, and my first Halloween costume that my mom made me, she said she made it. She might have, from a Butterick or Simplicity, was, of course, a witch. Yes, I'm going to do, like I said, I'm going to do both servings of this because this is breakfast and this is what I'm eating. This is my whole meal. And this will have to last me till lunchtime. At which case, I will probably reheat the rice that I made yesterday. I don't usually do any of these long vlogs much, but since I've accidentally given myself a 3-day, for me, weekend, because with retail, your Friday is whatever, the day before whatever days off they give you. And normally I don't keep the jars, but I think I'm going to keep this one. It's a nice hexagonal shaped jar. And I am going to get back at bath salts, yes. Back into making more bath salts. I did that a lot last year. I didn't give them as gifts because, well, in my family, you never know what someone's going to be allergic to. And with so many people having so many health problems. Yeah, it's like, we've got a plethora. So, I usually do skin cracks, dry skin. So, I'm guessing that's it for now. I was going to make this longer, but I don't think you really want to see me eating breakfast. So, Happy New Year. Let's make it a better year than last year. Like I said, I will try to do more stuff. I've already done some wonky stuff. Like a stylishly asymmetrical hoodie made out of a onesie. Futon out of an airbed. I do have things I'm going to buy. Although my check is going to be smaller now than it was. If I have the PTO from Christmas, then we'll be fine because it'll still be $620. But if I don't have PTO, then I'm only going to have $520, I think. Because I'll be missing $160. Because I know the snow day yesterday I'm not going to get paid for, obviously. And then, so it's just a matter of whether or not I get paid for Christmas. But that being said, we're still going to do we still pay the phone bill, the gas, and the electric. The rent, well, this is going to be a 3 paycheck month, so the rent's going to come out of the second check because the third check of this month is what should have been the first check of next month. And last year there were several months where I had a lot of 3 paycheck months. Several 3 paycheck months. So I was able to get the tires. I got one tire from a tax refund, I think, and another one from a 3 paycheck month. I still If on another 3 paycheck month, I might do one tire and then another tire because I have 2 more to get. Or maybe when tax refund, that would be the best thing to do with the tax refund, is just go ahead, go for broke and get the last 2 tires. Go into Discount Tires, say it's going to help you. I want to get my other 2 tires. I want to buy the last 2 tires I need and just get 2 tires. I still want to the PlayStation 4 with Kingdom Hearts 3 and the expansion, which I think it's called the Game So Far. So then I'll have all of it from 1 through 3 with the other extensions in between. So that's it. Breakfast time. Keep it dark. Keep it weird. I hope you guys had a wonderful New Year. Mine was basically uneventful because I had to work, but that happens. So, again, don't drink and drive. Let the other monsters drive the hearse. And if you're where it's cold and snowy, make sure your designated driver has a car with good tires. And if you're not doing any drinking and just driving around normal, make sure you have good tires. Make sure everybody has good tires. Climate change is a weird thing. Sites like the Pennsylvania Bat Rescue have had unseasonably warm weather, so their bats are thinking it's spring and coming out of hibernation early, essentially. While here, we've had an unusually cold winter, so basically, it's flipped. Excuse me. So, we're getting the weather that New York and Pennsylvania should be having. Yeah, the world is getting weirder all the time. So, us human beings, whether we're weird or normal, we all have a great capacity for adapting. So we will adapt, and we will overcome, and we will do what is necessary to survive. That being said, have a wonderful day. I will see you guys next time, hopefully with more DIYs to show you, because I get paid on the 8th. I love you guys. Bye now.